Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to another episode of the video blog. We're up to number 33, and today, crossing the line, we're talking politics. Something I've always shied away from doing. Nearly 30 years in the media, and the one thing I always tried to do was stay away from anything political, because it really was a no-win situation. I'm in a unique situation this year, technically still being an Ohio resident, yet living in Tennessee a lot of the time. I see both sides of it. Ohio, of course, being one of those states that everybody's so concerned about. Ohio being one of those states that I don't know if we'll know on election night which way it goes. To Tennessee, a state that's already been decided. Watching football on Sunday in Tennessee, and fascinated by the fact that there were no presidential TV spots. I've watched 6 hours of TV and saw nothing political all day long. Take it back. The only thing political I saw, again, watching in Nashville, Tennessee, was a commercial for a congressperson, or actually a commercial against a congressperson in the state of Kentucky. That was it. Now, when I go visit my wife in Ohio, there's literally a political commercial every single commercial break. And in fact, I know how tough it is, and I know how much it is. Living just outside of Cleveland, Ohio, my wife actually has to, be involved with that process every day. In fact, she schedules the commercials for one of the TV stations in Cleveland. And literally for the last month and a half, all she has done is literally work about 8 hours a day scheduling political commercials, making sure their political commercials run properly, making sure they're getting what they need to get. And she's been pulling her hair out for a long time, and she can't wait for the election to be over, one way or the other. But it's been a fascinating election to watch. It's been fascinating to see John McCain choosing Sarah Palin as his running mate, to see how Saturday Night Live has attempted to skewer her and how well she's taken it, I was watching ESPN on Sunday morning, and Outside the Lines with Bob Lee was featuring a piece with Sarah Palin, talking a little bit about politics, but talking about her being on the girls' high school basketball team that won the state basketball championship, I believe, in like 1984 or something like that. It's also been fascinating to watch how Barack Obama has used the Web 2.0 technologies, how he changed Facebook, how he's been all over Twitter, how he's got a text messaging database that is just incredible, how the digerati, if you will, the heavy digital technical people have really gotten behind his candidacy and gotten behind what he's doing. It's been very fascinating to watch, to see newspapers like the Chicago Tribune, and I want to say it's the LA Tribune or the LA Times, I don't know which one, endorsing a Democrat for the first time. I know for the Tribune, like in 161 years or something like that, the first time they've endorsed a Democrat. It's been fascinating to watch. And when Stacey said I needed to come out and tell you who I was endorsing, I told her you probably didn't want to know, and because I didn't think you would like what I was going to say. So I'll just get right out and say it. And the bottom line is, it doesn't matter who you vote for. Doesn't matter if it's Obama. Doesn't matter if it's McCain. Go out, make your vote count. But think about this for a second. And I had this discussion with my father the other day, who's going to go out, and I probably vote for Ralph Nader again this year as his protest vote, and that's fine. But is the president really going to make a difference? Because as we've learned throughout politics, if you watch politics, it's about how the president works with Congress. So it's really about who controls Congress. If it's a Democratic president and a Democratic Congress, usually they work pretty well in tandem. If it's a Republican congressman or a Republican Congress and a Republican president, they too work well in tandem. If it's a Democratic one versus a Republican, that's when the problem starts. So the key is you can't control Congress. Your vote only can control your congressman, not all the other states. And that's where the battle lies. That's where the true movement or lack thereof happens. When Congress goes out and wants to bail out banks and turns it down and then comes back with, billions of dollars or millions of dollars of pork attached to a bailout bill, then it happens. That's the problem. I don't know if a president can change that. Presidents are so tied into special interests, they have to be in order to survive, in order to make the money. That's the sad reality. Is it a cop-out? Perhaps it is. But more importantly, get out, make your vote count, no matter who you vote for. Because in the end, we've got to watch how the president works with Congress. Yeah, again, it's a cop-out. Now, the day I can start controlling congressmen in other states, get real political again.